Now recently, this clip has gone viral all over the world. Here you can see a very important aircraft of the USA, a highly secret plane that usually appears only when the United States is extremely close to a war, or when there is a serious threat of nuclear war, or when the life of the president is believed to be in grave danger. Only then does America's Doomsday plane appear. After nearly 50 years, this plane has been spotted again recently. Its visuals have surfaced, and you'll notice that even in American media, a large number of articles have been published asking, why are we seeing this plane? There's a popular saying, if you've seen this plane, you can assume you have only 5 minutes left to live. Of course, this is said with exaggeration. This plane is designed to keep the US president safe during a nuclear war. That's why it's called the Doomsday plane. To understand this, you need to understand the meaning of the word doomsday. In Abrahamic faiths, primarily Christianity, it is believed that one day doomsday will arrive, the final day of existence. There will be massive destruction, fire everywhere, and essentially, human beings will not survive. This word is so popular that even Superman's most powerful enemy in the comics is named Doomsday. So imagine this. When the US names an aircraft the Doomsday plane, how much global news it creates when that plane suddenly appears. Especially at a time when Donald Trump is talking about war everywhere. He has attacked Venezuela. He's talking about when he'll go to Greenland. He's even talked about bombing countries like Mexico. And on top of that, he has renamed the Defense Ministry as the War Ministry. At such a time, when after 51 years this Doomsday plane appears, the obvious question arises, is Donald Trump preparing for an eventual nuclear war, or is he sending a signal? That signal could be very clear, that he would not hesitate to use nuclear weapons if it comes to that. And by the way, if you look at history, only one country has actually used atomic weapons, the USA. Atomic bombs were dropped on Hiroshima and Nagasaki. Today, weapons far more powerful than those already exist. So the appearance of this Doomsday plane can be seen as a message to the entire world. The United States of America is not only increasing its defense budget from $1 trillion to $1.5 trillion, a massive jump within just 1 year. And this is the same president who once said he would reduce defense spending. Clearly, Donald Trump has seen something within his government that made him conclude, forget cutting expenses, prepare for war. Because only through war can America re-establish its power in the world. Now, if you're wondering whether Doomsday plane is its official name, the answer is no. Officially, it is called the E-4B Nightwatch. In very simple terms, the E-4B Nightwatch is a militarized version of the Boeing 747. The Boeing 747 is widely used for civilian purposes. This is the same aircraft, but modified heavily for military use. For example, it has mid-air refueling capability. Once this plane takes off, it can remain airborne comfortably for 12 hours without landing, refueling in the air itself. Basically, if Donald Trump had to stay in the air for weeks because landing might pose a security risk, this plane would be ideal. This is what the US Doomsday plane looks like. Inside, you'll notice that the conference rooms and meeting rooms are much larger compared to a normal aircraft. It's designed so that if tomorrow Donald Trump needs briefings from the US Air Force or the US Army while airborne, those briefings can happen smoothly in the air itself. All key US officials, including the Defense Secretary, can be present. There's proper seating for everyone. Presentations can be conducted properly. There's ample space for documents and equipment. If any country were to attempt attacking this plane, the chances of success are very low, because multiple F-35 fighter jets constantly escort it. Additionally, the US Air Force website clearly states that the E-4B is protected against the effects of electromagnetic pulses and has electrical systems designed to support advanced electronics and a wide variety of communication equipment. This plane is connected to advanced satellite systems. Internet communication cannot simply be cut. It is continuously provided via satellite. It also has nuclear and thermal shielding. If this plane takes off while a nuclear blast occurs behind it, I won't claim it can survive direct nuclear heat. But radiation and thermal effects from a distance are largely neutralized. There are advanced control systems and highly improved technical facilities on board. And it's not that the US hid this plane for the past 50 years, it has always remained active, just usually stayed away from media attention. Recently, however, it landed at Los Angeles Airport, a highly high-profile airport where media is always present and celebrities frequently arrive. The manner of this landing makes it very clear that the US wanted to send a message to the world. Even though Donald Trump was not on board when this plane was seen, the US War Minister, Pete Hegseth, was present. I think in the coming days, after seeing this plane, Russia and China will also take major steps in nuclear war posturing, further strengthening the security of Xi Jinping and Vladimir Putin. By the way, the US is so fearful of nuclear war that it doesn't just have one Doomsday plane, it has two. One is the E-4B Nightwatch, which we just discussed. The second is the E-6B Mercury, second nuclear command aircraft. Russia obviously has its own version as well, called Maxdome, which performs functions very similar to the US Doomsday plane. Feature-wise, It is almost the same. China is also believed to have a similar aircraft, though its name has never been officially disclosed. So the question is whether other countries can build a similar aircraft or not. Well, it wouldn't be very difficult, but it would require a significant budget. The real cost comes from maintenance, because such an aircraft must be ready 24 hours a day. If suddenly you need it and find out it hasn't flown in months, it's useless. Typically, countries maintain 4 such aircraft, so that even if some are under maintenance, at least one is always ready. The long-term maintenance cost is extremely high, funded by taxpayers. So what do you think after witnessing this doomsday plane? Let me know in the comments and subscribe for regular updates.